And welcome back on X Play Gaming with me, Alex, with more Lies of P. Well, last time we made it to the cathedral. Now we're gonna explore the said cathedral. As I'm moving my mouse away from my keyboard. It got a little too close. Anyways, how's everyone been doing? It's another late night Tuesday. Well, technically it's Wednesday already. It's 12:47 in the morning. Oh, we gotta find something for this lady, the her relic or something. I forget off the top of my head, but she needs it. But yeah, we want to go this way real quick. I believe we're gonna have to be. I forgot. It's fine. Ow! Do not appreciate, man. Oh, yeah, these things try to. Oh, well, I fell down. Forgot there were holes, but on the bright side, we have some stuff down here at the very least. Get a Legion Caliber, which is nice. Also have this. This place is cursed. We get an advanced crank. Also, there was traps here. I don't know if you noticed, but I stepped on it and almost got myself killed. But we're okay. But yeah, we chillin'. We having a good time. Some Radiant Ergo. This is not really a shortcut. It's just a way back. They call it the Arm of God. Got a little too close to quick range. But surprisingly, this enemy does not turn around. Once they're past, they're like, fuck it. I don't care. I don't remember what else is around here that's potentially dangerous besides traps. Hello. Can you stop attacking now? Damn. Deaded. Alright. I believe, like, maybe not now, but in the future, some of these will actually drop enemies. They're not a very astute trap, but, you know, if you're not watching yourself, it'll still get ya. Cathedral's been remembered. Worship a merciful angel. There's no mercy here. Only death. You might have noticed that I killed that first enemy with one hit because I have the one buff that 100% I met durability. You actually gain attack power, but only on that first hit. Can still come in handy here and there. Not enough to kill that guy in one hit though. Yeah, there's a big guy over here. I think he goes in a big, basically a circle patrol pattern, so I'll wait for him to get a little closer to the door first. Okay, we are full, just making sure. Not the greatest, but we killed him. Luckily, there's no other enemies here. We do have a shortcut, I think this is what it is. This is a relatively short area, if I remember right. Oh no, this is not a shortcut. I think it's something else. Important, but something else.
Damn it! I can't find the way out. Monsters everywhere. I need to grab my share and leave.
There's a dude up here. Just hanging out, you know? Hello.
Oh. Oh, that's odd. I thought I was the only one with a sound mind here. Sure, I don't need to introduce myself? Note these golden wings? Yes, you guessed it. You don't know who I am. Preposterous! Everyone in Krat has heard of me. Do you live under a rock? I'm Alidoro the Hound. Treasure hunter extraordinaire. Yes, it's a nickname. I ditched my real name in the past. I'm looking for other survivors of this disaster, but it's been a lonely search, and there's danger around every corner. Do you know of a place where I can take refuge? Preferably someplace clean and comfortable, you know. Civilized.
Yeah, here you go.
Hotel Krat. Of course. A haven for all. And it's still safe and sound, you say? I have a lot of searching ahead of me, so why don't I lighten my load? Consider this an act of charity. A thank you gift. Take it.
Thanks, I guess.
Since you're so helpful, I'll give you a peek at my collection. Show me what you're worthy of.
Alright, so here is where we can turn in our weapons. I mean, not weapons. Our special ergo or rare ergo for either a weapon or an amulet. This is pretty much always the case. Sometimes, very rarely, I think it's 2 amulets or 2 weapons, but most of the time it'll be 1 and 1. We're gonna just basically go all amulets first. Although, I will say, out of these 3 off the top of my head, this one is very fun to use. I used this one for the majority of my first playthrough. I tried this one out. It was pretty fun to use. Special attack's pretty neat. And then there's this one. This one's pretty neat. I believe it does have the 7 explosions. I forget what exactly that was. Pretty decent weapon, though.
As a descendant of aristocrats, the very best families, I have a duty to the common people. I live my life fulfilling that duty. And part of that duty is ensuring these items are returned to their rightful owners. What I'm showing you is just a portion of the collection. If you come to the refuge, we'll be able to continue our confabulation. Until then, remember this hound when golden wings shine.
Alright, see you later, I guess. But yeah. We're letting him in the hotel because it's very obvious you want the person that basically sells you the boss weapons, you know, in a nice, easy to remember location. But I didn't really explain what these amulets were. So we already have the we got these ones. So dancing amulet enables dodging even with low stamina. It's decent enough. Increases weapon attack in proportion to the number of fable slots, and perfect guard temporarily increases damage. We're gonna use this one. And we're slightly heavy, so we definitely want to. Can we lighten ourselves enough? Damn, we're still slightly heavy. I can't afford to take that one off. There we go. Definitely have to increase my capacity now for sure. Amulets are very heavy in this game. So heavy, in fact, that one of the first things that developers balanced was actually lowering the weight of amulets. This is a very surprising choice, to be honest. I guess people were too used to rings from like the Souls games, and those are pretty light. Like, there's some of them are a little on the heavier side, but for the most part, they're pretty light and easy to slap on and forget about them. Like, from a balance perspective, I understand why they're heavy, because most of them have actually very good effects. So we get the diary here. Talks about how if they found someone that was about to commit, they were also talking about the relic, and then, why me? There's the holy mark, and in here, something more important to me, probably. The strengthening frame. Alright, so first, let's get rid of this. Push some fire on here. Oh, yeah! Alright. That's one down. Get a Fable Catalyst here. Before we continue, though, I'll take this ladder and open this up. Because the boss is right over there. As I said, this area is actually pretty short. So don't get baited by dropping down there and that was like, oh yeah, I got the mark for the lady. Alright. Hello, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Just seeing the Archbishop's holy mark renews my spirit. It's a reminder of the quiet power of faith. I'll remember this forever, Stalker.
You're welcome. Thank you.
It's a reminder of the quiet...
So, she's now happy and won't go insane. So, just so you know, if you don't give her the mark before beating the boss of this area, she will turn into one of those zombie things. So, make sure to do that if you feel merciful. Alright, so, we're gonna sit here in Hotel Krot for a little bit, actually, because we do have this. You might remember we picked up some, what's it called? Some Legion calibers, so we're gonna craft one. With the one I just got, we're gonna make the Aegis with a plug. And we're gonna go ahead and upgrade it. Oh, right. We need a plug. The caliber's for something else, I forgot. It's for modification, that's right. Which is different from actually, it's the other menu. There we go. So the Aegis, we're gonna increase its power. Now we need 2 to get the guard parry, then the counter charge. The guard is actually pretty heavy though, so we won't be using it yet. Hello.
Isn't this a cryptic vessel? Well, I would expect nothing less from you. What I mean, of course, is that this is a humble invention of mine. A cipher device. Once your information is locked in here, only you can get it out. Of course, once people realize the value of a truly unbreakable way to keep secrets, knockoffs flood the market. The trials and travails of true genius, forever copied, never credited. But I admit, even some of these knockoffs could still hold secrets. You're welcome to take a crack at, well, cracking it. Who knows? It could lead you to something truly valuable. Or at least more practical.
Decipher it for me, man. Here you go.
May I be of assistance? I can decipher this in moments, if you'd allow me. I admit I'm a bit rusty, but it's all starting to come back to me. Genius never sleeps and never truly abandons the truly brilliant. What? No, of course I didn't read the contents. Who has time to read anymore? But I could help you read it if you want to.
So we get the cryptic cipher description. So, strike the puppet hanging from the Alchemist Bridge on Elysium Boulevard. It's a message. There's a key inside that puppet. And then we need to go to the first home somewhere where we use this key. So, we're gonna take the time to do that real quick. However, let me double check here. Okay, we have some cranks, we have that. We have some weapons. So, as you can see here with the ages, its weight is 12, which is 4 more already than the Flamberge. It's gonna be very useful later, but for now we're not gonna do that. What we are gonna do first, as I said, we're gonna real quick. You have to go all the way over here. I believe this one is the best. Because the bridge should be behind me, I believe, on this one. Or am I misremembering? We'll find out, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm misremembering. That's the hotel, I think, so... Oops. Oh yeah, we want to go to the one that's... like the elevator one, right? Yeah, we want this one. Oops. That's fine. Let's see. So, we actually want to take the elevator. Okay, so here's the puppet. I can't lock... Oh no, I can lock onto it now. So real quick, do I have a throwable? Boom. So we get a letter. Address 221B. Elysium Boulevard. A key is enclosed. I believe we go a little bit backwards. We should be able to get to it relatively quickly, actually. I'm trying to think when I'll get some more quartz. Trying to remember where the building is exactly. Ow, I did not mean to do a drop attack. That was the game being silly. Damn it, dude. Leave me alone. Oh yeah, electric shock actually drains your Fable, which is annoying. It surprisingly does not do damage though. It's not the worst status effect, especially if you're not one to actually use your Fable arts. I typically don't use them in the early mid-game. I use them more in the late game, and you'll see why. Okay, game. I did not mean to lock on to the guy that's literally on the ground. I need to check my stats. Yeah, we'll start going for capacity for a while. Like, our strength's good enough for now, or motivity. So I believe we need to get that item, and then... I'm trying to remember where exactly is this door I'm looking for. It's a little earlier here. Maybe, I'm not sure actually. I do remember it's on the rooftops though, I do remember that. Oh, he's not there. Maybe I misremembered where it is. Where else have I been on rooftops? Is it further back? It might be, because, like... Well... It's been such long that I... Lysa, like... I'm pretty... A lot of my friends tell me I'm like an encyclopedia for Souls games. At the very least, the main Souls games. So Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3... I have pretty logged down in my memory. Like, it's crazy how much I can remember about those 3 games. I have pretty good memory of Sekiro as well. But not so much for example, Bloodborne I've only played once. Same with Demon Souls. I only played them relatively recently. Like, I'm talking about, like, within the last year. I finally got my chance to play both of them for the first time. Thanks to technology, I was able to. Or maybe it's up ahead there. I don't even remember, dude. I'm just running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to figure out where it was. Maybe it's around here, actually. This seems familiar to it. Ah, here it is. 221B. So, we have here, boom. A quartz and the owl, Dr. Hunting apparel. We're gonna slap that on. A nice green jacket. Or I guess you can call it, what would you call these? I don't even know off the top of my head. Well, it was closer than I thought. I should have gone forward instead of backwards. But whatever. We got it. Let's get out of here. Level up. Okay, so we're gonna level up, and also trying to think. I have 1 quartz. I guess I can invest it early.
I'll use my power.
Okay. Let's use the dim ergo chunk and our 2 resplendents.
I'll use my power.
Okay, so hopefully we're slightly heavy. Yeah, we're just gonna have to take this one up for now. Life amulet there. Oh, we did find this one. This will actually help me in the longer run. This will reduce my damage though, because I did take off the... I could have used this one to... Well, technically this will increase my damage in the long run, but it's fine. I'll just grind it back up. So we'll use the Carrier's Amulet to offset the weight. Okay, we're good there, we're good there, and we are gonna just do that. Alright. We're gonna spend our quartz now. At the P organ station. Upgrade me. Alright, so. This one's pretty handy overall, and so is this one. However, we want this. So, along with being able to slap on level 3s now, let's see. These ones are not too crazy. These two are pretty good. We'll go with this one though. So one more and I'll unlock another Fable Arts slot. And then once I get that one, we'll work on this one or one of these to unlock. Probably, if I really want to unlock level 4, phase 4 I mean, we'll probably go with one of these. Probably this one in particular. We'll see. I'll think about it. But before we head back to, now to do the boss, actually. I'm gonna step on over here real quick, because once you step in this area, boom, you get your Fable of Act, because that's like the training room. You can basically try out your weapon arts and all this other good stuff with no limits. So, it's a little bit of a cheesy way to recover your Fable art slots. Alright. Time for the boss. You might have already figured out who it is, but I'll wait a few seconds since we just gotta walk not very far to actually get to the boss now. But if you go real quick over here. Oh, she's still here.
It's a reminder of the...
Okay, I think I need to beat the boss for her to leave. Because she will leave, like just like any other NPC. Anyways, let's go. I sing praise, the new saint has arrived. Open the door. Man, that's a heavy ass door. Uh-oh, something happened to the painting. I think something happened to the saint. You like my new drip though? He's like, I don't know about this one, lad. He's like, maybe I do. See you later. Oh, he dropped his mask. Well, there he is. He's got a couple mouths there. Well, boss time. Fallen Archbishop. Decay is a very annoying status effect because it drains your weapon durability as well as doing like fire damage. I mean, poison damage basically. Alright, as you might have guessed, this is a two-phase fight. So now that we've smacked the body around a little bit, he's opening up! I don't know why such a dramatic opening up when we already saw this part of the body. But it's fine. He's got no face! Only mouth. Hello. You're not looking so hot, Archbishop. You're not Sephiroth, calm down. I'm usually going in though on this fight, not gonna lie. Ow. Oops. Damn it, I knew that was gonna reach me. Now, the cool part about this fight, it's technically two boss fights in one because it actually attacks you with both sides, and they still have the moves that like this side, obviously. Switch sides? Nope. Angry. Bye. First try. Although this is the first boss fight that starts a bit of a thing with the rest of the game. You'll see what I mean later. But anyways, this happens. Looks like the ergo is getting absorbed for some reason over here.
And now, the stage is set.
I think he needed a bit of a more dramatic laugh there, but that's okay. Dead. Yeah. Eliminated. Twisted Angel's ergo.
I want to go back to the old crown. The only before the greed overtook me.
Oh, that's too bad, sir. You're dead now. Hopefully you're free from the guilt. Okay, before we go back to the hotel though, I believe we can, it shouldn't be too far, I don't think, to get to the next Stargazer.
What in Krot's name happened here? Oh, I haven't a clue myself. There's gotta be someone at the hotel who knows something.
The path of the pilgrim, the foggy night. Hello, doggo. Bye, doggo. There's also bear traps, so watch your step.
Once, Krot was just a small town on the coast of little importance. Before Elysian Boulevard was built, this place literally was all there was of Krot. But when some in the city prospered, they left the old town behind. Through isolation and neglect, Krot's first incarnation became nothing but dangerous alleys and desperate slums. On the bright side, I guess, the whole city of Krot's pretty much like that now. The old town caught up with the new. It's true what they say. A receding tide sinks all boats.
Smiling bunny mark. Also this. You cannot use this right now. As everyone probably have guessed, including myself, this is probably the DLC entrance. However, there's not much you can do. Anyways. Here's our Stargazer. So, we're gonna hit the hotel real quick. I believe we should be able to warp backwards a little bit to see if our lady, yep, as you can see here, there's a record symbol of where the lady was. So she gone. We get a written confession and the divine service, and we also get pray. The pray is important for later. I'll show it off next time though. For now, it's time to go to the hotel. We'll worry about the talking later. For now, I'm just gonna level up and call it an episode. Hello.
The cathedral. It seems nowhere.
What about here? We're safe here.
Maybe those who went there seeking refuge became monsters somehow. But the petrification disease turns you to stone, not into a monster. I'm worried about the Malam district, just below the cathedral. I wonder whether there are monsters there.
Probably. I already killed a couple. Okay. Alright, we're gonna kind of go back and forth until we hit 30 and 20, and then we'll go back to Vitality and Vigor for a little bit. Let's see, I can definitely get another level out of that.
You're full of change is never easy. Look at me. A human trapped in the shackles of the past. I wish I was back in Krot before the petrification disease. Before the disaster. Krot was a city of light. A city of joy. I wish I could go back. Even just for one day.
Okay. Before we go, though, over on this little corner over here, look who it is. Alidorus is hanging out.
Oh, it's you. This hotel is indeed a refuge from the dangers of the outside world. world. I am the Hound, a descendant of the city's most aristocratic families. Repaying debts is what we nobles do. Anyone with a worthy spirit is especially welcome. Accordingly, I shall give you the honor of laying eyes upon my treasure. However, you must prove your worthiness. For this legendary treasure, the ego of a powerful enemy shall suffice. It's up to you if you want to make the exchange. Take your time to admire it. I've certainly done likewise.
Alright, so now we have the Twisted Angels Ergo 4. Has a chance of none being consumed when using a pulse. So basically, sometimes you get a freebie. The weapon I've never actually used. It's a thrust, I think, weapon, but it's blunt, I think, since it's a, you know, it's a trident. But its blade type is blunt. Very strange. I wouldn't think it would hurt too much to get stabbed by something that's blunt. But I don't know. Anyways, if you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a nice comment, leave a mean comment. That is all up to you. And it's over with me. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.